Hello, everybody, and welcome. And tonight we have Joe Louis here, the boxer Joe Louis, as our guest tonight. Give it up for him. Give it up. So, hi Joe, how are you doing?
I'm doing great, thank you.
Yeah, you probably are if you become an American hero.
Yes, I'm very excited to see what my future holds.
Yeah, and all heroes have a story, and your story did not start off too happy, did it? Now, what was it like growing up in poverty?
Poverty really taught me how to work hard and made me realize that I'm going to have to work for every single thing in my life, and I had to pick up some of the slack. I needed to find a job for my family.
So, was it because of all this poverty you had to deal with in the South? Is that why you moved up to Detroit?
Like I said, times were tough for my family. Work was hard to come by in the South, so we moved north where work was easier to find. My brothers and I shined shoes and sold newspapers before and after school. Every penny helped our family.
So, when you moved to Detroit, you went to school. How were you in school?
Well, growing up, I had very no time in school because I was usually always working. My mom did send me to violin school, but that was very expensive, and I didn't really enjoy it that much, right?
Mm-hmm. So did that have any relation to how you got into amateur boxing?
Well, actually, it did. When I was at Bronson Vocational School, a friend recommended that I try boxing, and I found something that I really enjoyed. And with my good spirits and abilities, some people believed I could have a career in boxing. And I was always at the gym and working and trying to get better.
Eventually, you transitioned to amateur boxing. Tell me about your amateur career.
I had a rough start in boxing. I debuted in the lightweight class, and I was knocked down 3 times in my first fight. However, some did say that I showed promise. By 1934, I held the National Amateur Athletic Union light heavyweight title. At the end of my amateur career, I finished with 43 knockouts in 54 matches. I knew I could do better and continued to train.
And we'll be back with the word from our sponsors. Altoids, the curiously strong mints. Freshening your breath since 1780.
Go. Man, I love Altoids. Woo! Never gets old. Now introducing Altoid Bones, that even cure doggy breath. This presentation has been brought to you by Altoids, curiously strong mints.
So welcome back, everybody. So, Joe, when did you actually transition to becoming a professional boxer?
Well, I was officially a boxer by the year of 1935. I had overcome numerous obstacles that stood in my way, but with my hard work, I knew I'd be a professional boxer one day.
Oh, wow. So how did you get the nickname Brown Bomber?
I think it has to do with my race and the color of my skin. That isn't my only nickname, but it's the one that really stuck. To build up hype against my fight against Carnera, they called me an Ethiopian because of the war between Ethiopia and Italy.
So tell me more about this war, this fight against Prima Carnera that you had.
In 1935, I fought against Primo Carnera, who symbolized Benito Mussolini and his fascist beliefs. Italy at the time was invading Ethiopia, and people thought of the fight as a battle between races because I'm an African American and he's Italian. And this did motivate me because I could sympathize for the Ethiopians.
So how was your fight against Max Schmeling? The first fight, the one that you lost, your biggest loss?
Well, it was a tough match and I learned a lot from it. I didn't take him very seriously and my training decreased before the fight. And Ernest Hemingway even described it as the most disgusting public spectacle outside of a public hang. The fight was gruesome, and I learned that I need to take every fight like it's my last because I never know when my career will end.
So even though you lost against Max Schmeling, it was you, not him, who had to fight James Braddock in the World Heavyweight Championship. Tell me about that.
Well, my feelings were indescribable when I beat him. I knew I'd be a champion one day, but it was such a great feeling to be rewarded for all my hard work. After winning the heavyweight title, I plan on protecting it for a very long time, and as long as my body permits me to.
Then, 2 years later, you had a second chance to fight against Max Schmeling. Tell me about that.
Well, the fight only lasted about 2 rounds, but I ended up coming out victorious in one of my greatest and biggest fights. After the fight, some even considered me as an American hero. I united the Americans against a common enemy of the Nazis. Even white people thought of me as a hero. This shows how united Americans truly are.
Wow, that is amazing. We actually have footage of the fight. Why don't we play that right now? Wow, I really appreciate your time here, Joe. We look forward to seeing you again another time. Well, anyway, have a great day. Give it up for Joe Luce, everybody. See ya.